One.
Okay, good. All right, good morning, everyone. It's Michael Venezia, head trader and one of the coaches. And you know what? When it comes to a participant or person in the room, I might lead some things, but we're all eyes. And I appreciate the fact that everybody, at least the long-term members of the diehards, if you will, really getting more and more professional. I think everybody, like we always promised, we're not short of giving you financial instruments or ideas, but everybody's really developing the future's positive, developing their own style. And you know what? Sometimes the room, quote unquote, could be a little fast and furious, as I've been told, but it's being able to, over time, being able to know yourself as a trader as things develop. Okay, so let's get in here. Good morning, TradeView Markets, great site. I'll sign in just the same as everybody else to TradeGATEHub. I would ask everybody, because I want to get into the more specific things. Pardon me. Hold on, Peter. Looks at Crew's firing away. Brilliant. Look at them. Okay. Go to the stocks indices room, because this Monday it's the most important amount of most amount of data that I put out, and uninterrupted. I mean, not that I want to step on anybody else's toes when it comes to trading, because everybody's got phenomenal ideas, including the fact that this data that I do put out in this room, I used to put out a lot more. Oh, not a lot more. Go to our main room, and Gerard or the guys, coach, post relevant data that I don't have to. That's how good we're coming. It's not an ego thing. It's just a compilation of research, stocks that are moving up and down with volume and range. As a person who's been trading in a room or now I trade by myself, at least when I'm in my home office. New York City office, a different story, but I can't even trade there because everybody really wants to ask a lot of questions, personally. And well, I'm going off on a tangent. Wolf goes positive. So you know what I mean. Hold on a sec. Let's check the old account. All right, something's ripping. Okay. So go to the stock room. It's uninterrupted. Like I say, I really don't want to step on anybody else's toes, but for me in stocks, what I do right away. Okay. Good morning. We always start with Helene's charts. Look at those, as always, tradition, where we display multiple TGH guest Helene. For anybody that doesn't know who Helene is, if you got as far as watching me outside of being a relative and you don't know who Helene is, follow Helene and you'll go backwards. Here's Helene. And not for some reason. She's a multiple TGH guest. She's a writer on realmoney.com. She's, by the way, regardless of gender, has a resume that I would have signed up for easily 30 years ago. Easily done. Helene, multiple guests here. Coach gets her on. So we start off TGH with sharing with Helene's charts. And 200,000 other people also agree. So nothing attracts a crowd like a crowd. Helene's charts. Go over them in your own time, if you will. All right. Also, this hedge mind has been pretty hot, and I'm going to tell you why. It's not an opinion-based site. It's reporting data, but kind of sifting through things that, for funds reporting are more relevant than others. So bear with me, because what he posted now, you have to trust that it's important data. But before, what they were reporting in the previous quarter, DoorDash, that went back up. And that go back up. That shows you what the market's doing. DoorDash went back up. All right. These are the stocks that I posted right here. Same thing. SG, like that. Bill, which just reported earnings. Here's Bill. The chart on Bill, by the way. Back in Bill. Went from 78 to 100. No big deal, but they reported there. So what I'm saying is, what reported back last time was AMD's up nicely. CFLT reported, D-Dog, another one. And this is going back, by the way, April 30th. Do the math. So D-Dog, if I can go back to the chart, if you don't know what it's doing, you should. D-Dog backing it, filling, ripping. His coach would say probably going to the 200-day on, with that type of volume and pull back to here. That's what I would think. I don't want to put words in his mouth. I'm only learning. I'm here to learn. I learn every day. All right. So with the reporting this time is S, that's Sentinel-1, G Money. I know you love it. As a matter of fact, I'll just to go here. S, GTLB, dots, and Asan. Asan's one of my biggest holders. S is the chart on S, and that's being helped tonight by what? Zscaler, which if anybody knows, just say somebody who was watching me trying to buy actually buying it. This thing, I was making $2 at a clip. You know what I mean? It moved, I buy it on the low 85, sell 87, gap up. I had it one night overnight, so it didn't even close well on Friday, and the market did. Zscaler opened up today, boom, everything's fine. Gap up 70, actually gapped up 20, hanging in a range. That brought up the other cyber stocks, CRWD, PANW, PANW, the typing. PNW, even you. I sold some U today, right at the moving average. I believe it was at the moving average. It should be. Now it's at the 50-day. That's good. I sold it well. I mean, 4 days ago it was 23, and I bought 20. In the fund, maybe 22, 24,000 shares. Nothing that was suffocating me, but it could have went the other way. Never made a new low, but it went from 23.5 to 20. What I think I sold it over 26. Where is it? I sold it right here before I came on the air a little bit, 26.98. Maybe this is a position I should be, I don't know, adding to on a pullback, but certainly it's still a little weak with the moving averages. If it wasn't for ZS being a former best of breed on the gap up, we'd be still be working the position. So I had to take some off on a move. I still have, I believe, half the position. I'm a believer in it long term, but for medium term, when things are, well, I should go back to how I feel about the market in general, but you get what I mean. Let me go back to docs. I don't like it, although chart, it says it should. And Asan, I should like docs better than Asan. I'm not going to lie, but Asan I'm in. So the reporting, HedgeMind's been pretty good lately. You should be following it. It's on my Twitter feed. Going back to TradeGATEHub. Okay, I'm in a rhythm early too. Okay. This for you binary guys. Make catalyst for all these bios. I'm interested in CABA. All you have to do, by the way, pause it. And this IBRX, write it down. Who's ever listening, my nephew, even if he's there, write it down. CABA and IBRX. CABA was acting well before the bios were acting well. CABA St. Lucas. Oh, I didn't know it came back that much. All right, this CABA's got presentation. It was acting good before bio was acting good. If it's anything by the chart, certainly you're not going to argue with it there. I'd like to see what the insider is doing. I will check what the insider is doing before that move. So, and IBRX was taking small sweeper plays. I might be going overboard here. Oh, no. But you know what? They might be driving this thing up into the meeting. Overbought. Volume came in. Can't do it. Listen, last time they bought into the, so even if it has good news, IBRX, what's today? May the first week of May? May 8th. Let's go to April 8th. April 8th. So it went from 1 to 6. It went up 6 times. Sextuplet times. It running into data. So it just could be doing something like this. How good did the data be? Could it still double? What is it for? Heart failure. Oh, that's a big one. Heart failure. They cure heart failure. You want to step in front of that heart failure. So anyway, make catalyst for bios. Earnings for the week. Get to do it yourself. You got it. More importantly, probably one of the most important things I'm going to read today, or at least articulate, is net S&P future specs remain unchanged, near record short. But on the other side, CTAs and hedge funds are somewhat a little bit overweight. So you're having a push and pull. So I'll get to what I was saying here to dissertate. Now I'll get into my market feeling, at least this week, as I take notes on Sunday night when I talk to my peers. I'll leave TradeGATEHub here. I'll leave that's one of the most important things. All right, we had a good rinse after the Fed and after numbers of last week. The banking issue certainly helped. The Fed helped, and so did earnings. Just say the same thing. All right, something's going to give one way or the other. As I said before, record net short And also the CTAs. Now I will have to go through this. I could basically talk. I basically know what I'm saying now. Just reiterating my notes. Goldman, they don't know what to do. Light positioning. Light positioning. While systematic funds sit aggressively long, hedge funds still refuse to take the bait. So that either something's got to give. And by the way, you could look at it this way. Now that all these banks are acting a little bit better, you could say the banking system is a little bit more solid. Maybe something did give and things are on their way up. They're certainly acting that way. As I go to my main page here, I mean, Zscaler helped advanced micro devices. I know people are buying. I'm going to buy some, not going to lie. SC had earnings today above moving averages. You know what I mean? There are a couple of scofflaws, but many of these stocks that are acting well, that are breaking into these stage 2 breakouts, they're all in the same name. Uber. What's the other one? Oh, naturally, Shopify. Shopify, my God. Uber. What else? On ONON. And then OX, another one. Goes up every day. Buy it. Not even shortable, non-shortable. When it says it's non-shortable, that means there are no shares to short and people haven't covered. And then OX, same thing as IBRX, 6 to 15, a double. No one wanted it. No one wanted it, but it has the move in it. That you got to look at right there. It's got it in it. That's why sometimes you always bet with people with back class instead of new ones, because sometimes they need a push to get back in it. Mainstream wall. Boy, the financial, I'll tell you, they gave them up though. They gapped on the up open. They gave it all back. Wall 30 to 27 now. Nothing. Charles Schwab. Could have had your day today, Charlie. Couldn't hold on to the 50 number. Back again in the gap. We'll see what happens. It's a push and pull there now. AMD breaking high. Net, PayPal, Tesla acting well now. Shopify still going like a behemoth. Snowflake got upgraded. Paris still acting poorly. SMCI, they take a little profit from a winner, rotating into others. I'm not concerned. Uber, Coin, one day wonder. After earnings on Friday, seemingly, as the banks calm down, you should know the banking system calms down. And banks, when the banks were going down, they were running to Bitcoin. Next, let's finish the routine, or else I'm not going to be happy with myself. CFTC weekly report. Sector sentiment, lots neutral, stock picking until something's going to give. As bad as things look, these credit, the credit really didn't budge. CPI this week, it kind of went the bull's way last week. Try to react versus anticipating, please. It's my job to do this. When these sweepers are sweeping, don't be weeping. No. When they're sweeping, listen, the more bullish sweepers there are, the more tendency that the market is going to continue that momentum. Now, it's my job to relay what the sweepers are doing today. Nevada, AAL, Carvana, ALK, Redfin. I sold Zillow nicely on the open. This bastard wouldn't go. Where did I sell Zillow? Yeah, Zillow. Maybe it goes up again, but you know what? I want it on a pullback. Zillow, third day up. Didn't even make the 3-day up. I had it from the run up, but it wasn't acting well. I pumped the majority of it at 38.50. You see the red arrows? 38.50. Did go to 40. So it went down 70 cents from the sell. Then I had to work the position to just get back of even where I sold it. Now I'll have to, now since the morning trading is over, I'm going to have to work on when I'm going to start buying a position on a pullback because the stock's in an uptrend, had good numbers. It's been acting very well. Compare that to the S&P. Forget about it. All right. What else? TradeGATEHub, sector sentiment, Mike V. I need 5 minutes. The marketing team, which is blowing me up in a good way, trust me, is wanting me to make the videos a touch shorter. Goldman, conversation with clients, bullish bets on commodities, do it your own time. Friday movers, you don't have to care about what's going on. You all have to look at about is this: range, price action, and good movement. Volume on Friday. Okay, macro views, ZS raises guidance. Now they want the banks. You know what? You guys get it. Always upgrades and downgrades, and we'll go from there. Let me go to the other page because these guys are Oprah. I saw it. You know what? That OPRA, it does something with natural. It's. What does that do, P-Rod? Does it do like gas or turbines? It does something good, and it has earnings. And I had my list, and I like it. Opera. It's not opera. It does something with the environment, doesn't it? Opera. P-Rod, talk to me. This OPRA and P-Rod, known as Percy, a highly touted employee of TradeView Markets, gave us this while, even on the dip at 10. Good call. Now I'm gonna have to pay up for it. Now I'm probably gonna sell it to P-Rod. OPRA, this stock has been hot. Matter of fact, it's making the list. I think I took a list. I don't know. OPRA, I like it. I took a large position in the stock. I don't know what's doing now, but I took NU is good. My guys are buying this NU. Now these Brazilian payment providers. Look at STNE now. PAGs. Hope it's working. PAGs. NU. Bought some MQ. 447. I bought a lot of it. Is it Marquetta Brazilian? NU, it should have been the one that has a better chart. Like V goes for the laggard. MQ, what does this freaking company do? Key statistics. I thought they were Brazilian. California. Maybe it's NU is the one from Brazil. It is NU. I'm going to have to get NU now on this dip right here. Am I paying up? Am I paying up? Yeah, that is the one NU. It's got a room in it. All right, so I didn't get it at 3. Where's the range? I mean, what happened? What happened there? Something happened. There was a spinoff. NU, I can't do it now. All right, NU's hot. TradeGATEHub, Oprah up 11%. Let me see. Go back and see what everybody's posting here when I'm out. All right. Remember, we got CPI, popular in the morning. High all lotto play CGC. I can't talk them out of it. I want to, but I can't. Oh, Lewis. Can't do it. Z-scaler, Roblox. Add to my US dollar long, very aggressive, Paul. Appreciate that. There's only probably one person that is transparent, if not. Actually, a lot of people are transparent. Coach as well. Paul, very transparent. I should know what minutes if it's going to play ball. The longer it takes, Paul, the longer something takes for you to think that it doesn't do it, it's going to go the other way. Oprah Winfrey. All right, let's see what the wise guys are doing. Because it's only 11:30 on a Monday. Give or take a couple of dollars singles. Okay. TRVN, that's the hot stock. Acor pops, TRVN, Wolf. The Wolf. See this Wolf? They pinned it and they reversed it. This Wolf could reverse today. You know what? I'm not playing those reversed. They haven't been working. They've been rounding. It's not like they've been pulling a V up. It's not even worth it. Iowa TRVN is the stock of the day. This little guy went up to the 200-day. Everybody was chirping about it. I heard it. I heard TRVN. Here it is from 80 to 2. It's probably halted now. It's halted down. I get. See that? My V value added. What else is going up? Plug. I have a plug. I have a little plug. AMD ripping. Just ripping. UAL. Uber. Plug. RCL came in, you fucker. Ooh, sorry. Para. Yesterday, same as yesterday. Para moved in the late AM. I'm sorry. On Friday, Lewis, correct? Didn't Para start bouncing the late AM? Like 10:50. You see that? They got the margin calls. Again, UG money. 10:30. Stock that's breaking year lows. They did it again, 10:30. So I'm not saying it's a stock that's saying I got the bottom, but chat PGD, do whatever it is. Stocks that have been turning that have been negative at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Power's been doing it. Market's been doing it. Where's my I'm MQ. DoorDash, how's that up? CFLT team, another disaster, not going up again. They're still punishing this team. They're still punishing it. This AYX is doing nothing special. Twilo, okay. Asan Path doing nothing. Home Depot, Caterpillar negative. We'll talk out loud. Coin, like I said, run. Lewis, you know what to do there, kid. Lithium, nothing. Oil's popped just like the banks, and they gave it back to Sam. EOG, well below the number even short on Friday, and crude's a lot higher. This is interesting trading note. EOG, Gapper, just trades. Actually, I wouldn't be putting much on now. CRISPR, TGTX, I covered it. Nice. 3250. My cover was where? 3270. All right, what are you going to do? Something's going down now. GLD's going higher. There you go. That's it. The sweeps are flying, I bet. GLD, Newmont negative, GDXJ was positive this morning nicely. In fact, no, it was up. Shop still freaking killing people on the short side. I got a little, don't gonna lie to you. I got a little, but not a lot, not enough to where it's not going to get any bigger. Listen, okay, let's get to what's going on. Today's 11:30 close. Where is the stocks that had good movement in price action today? Zscaler, see if it holds the range. AMD acting well. Stocks that are having these breakouts, these stage 2 breakouts. Uber, DraftKings, they tried to shake out this morning, do the negative, still going up. DraftKings, they tried to shake out. 32, you sold it this morning, 32, and you flinched. 23, I'm sorry. 24.92, you suck. No, you don't. It's a hard trade. Bring it up a lot. AMD holding, GFS semis, Disney, good for you, Lewis. Disney now. Now you should be adding to it, bud. Add to it. You got it. Well, you know what? I thought I was the same thing here with the volume, and it broke the 200-day after being down the same thing. You know what I mean? It did the same thing last time. So maybe you need better confirmation at 105. Probably be even safer. Retail's coming. Oh, you know what I'm short? Camping World. Short a lot of Camping World. Oh, should be going down. Camping World, they have news. It should be going down hard. Camping World. They don't General Motors, they're not buying GM. They're not even buying freaking Teslas. But they'll hop in well, you know what? Gas is cheap, but I don't trust that thing at all. Oversold RSI. I might be early, but it's not coming down as the futures seem to be coming down. That's that's alerting me. Okay, Home Depot, AMAT, nothing there. Chinese stocks doing nothing. Qualcomm giving a little bit back. SMCI, they're taking profits. EMPH, bottom. I don't know if the bottom's still in. Okay, Capri. Oh, nothing. Michael Kors, you're in trouble there. Weight Watchers, they shook you out. Again, it continued. Now that today's the day on the reversal. Weight Watchers, big range in volume. CRISPR, buy. Schwab and Wall went negative. Exxon. Oh, you know what it is? Microsoft, Apple, SC. Oh, do I have any questions? Because I tell you, I'm out of breath. These helped today. Reversed from down today. KRE banking index, somewhat of a short-term buy signal. Not in it. It's a Monday afternoon. Let news this, 4144 must hold. So that's your line on the ES. Skechers. Yeah, I know Skechers. I know. Looks good. This guy's a good trader, Javier. This is what he says in Skechers. I see what he sees. The bull flag. This stock's got it in it too, man. This thing could freaking fly. Skechers. Oh, gotta do it. Oh, I gotta write it on the list. I don't want to. It's right next to Oprah. My list is consisting of Oprah Winfrey and Skechers now. It's all right. I don't care what the symbol is. Our job is to make money, not be right. Treehouse Foods. It's Treehouse Foods. I know the stock. You might not know it, but I do. Nick and Rip. Okay. Any questions before I sign off? There's not many major sweeps or anything going on as I see, guys. Moss bullish. Camping World calls. Somebody, just as I said, I'm short it. They go out and buy calls against me. Where are they going? I got to pay attention. January calls. Disney calls. What are they buying these calls for? Pins calls. AMD. Just go to AMD. Go to AMD. Advanced Micro Devices. Go to AMD. It's AMD. There's the weekly. There's the monthly. There's anything. I have to add this Camping World. Shopify breaking high. I'm getting out of Camping World because they might squeeze me. But look, how could I not want to stay in this? The rest of the retail is horrible. Macy's, how you doing? Kohl's, I know Camping World, but let's look at the other ones as long as I'm doing this now. THO, Thor Industries, they do they make things. What else is the other camping stock? THO, there's one other camper. Winnebago, duh. WGO. Nobody wants it. You know what? I don't like it though. I don't like it. I'm gonna get out of my Camping World. Exiting Camping World. Futures. It's showing on the spies. Listen to setting up. Day arrest. I don't see them imploding. That's the day. That's the weekly. Here's the daily chart on the Qs. Okay, chart on the IWM. Some are favoring the bulls, some are favoring the bears. Our IWM is being brought back down by the banks and some of the things like that, as long as the TNA as well. So you know what I mean? SQQQ, is that doing anything? The reverse NAS? No, still at a multi-year low. So we'll go here as we sign off. If you want to, what should be doing, or what I'm going to do, and besides watch his coach's video at 9:30 on the Red YouTube channel on TradeGATEHub, is just look at this. Up high in relative volume, page of them, even day trade, if you will. Ton of stock that is trading up, 150% of its volume, all right. And I'm sure I mentioned the majority of them. ZS, SC mentioned. 6 I did not mention. NU I mentioned. PEGs I mentioned. IBRX mentioned. Mike V. Crowd actually mentioned Grab. The Grab bag. A lot of volume. I can trade it. It's over $3. Sans my rule. Grab bag. All right. For those low floaters, there's the Grab bag. But maybe if you don't necessarily want to buy the Grab bag, it's emblematic of what's going in the market. You're just looking for something to take up. You know what I mean? They are. The Grab bag. Let's go to down on high volume. TSN. Tyson Foods. Remember, the chairman's son got caught doing something very, very bad, and I missed it. See this TSN? It had earnings. They make chicken patties and the such. Hold on, but look at TSN. TSN's son. Yeah, watch this. Tyson. Oh, this is it. No, he wasn't that bad. Who doesn't get arrested for intoxication? Tyson CFO arrested a month into the role. So, maybe that hurt him short term, but I remember there was news on it. So there's a list of down volume. Any questions I'll leave right there, and we'll see it. Just remember, I'm always in the room, open to questions, comments,